It's time for America Outdoors Radio. The fast-paced hour of outdoors radio ahead is not only awesome, but unlike those other shows, you can actually sleep in for this one. Better still, we've got a special Pacific Northwest edition for you. You won't find this version of America Outdoors Radio anywhere else, and you'll only hear it here on KRKO AM 1380.
Welcome to your local edition of America Outdoors Radio. Let's get right into what's hot and what's not. Sponsored by your local Sportsman's Warehouse store on Everett Mall Parkway, where there's going to be a Reloading 102 class on Monday the 19th at 6:30 p.m. that's going to go beyond the basics of reloading your ammo and take you towards another level of expertise in this field. This is a free class, so don't miss out. In terms of news, we've got to tell you what happened last week out at Port Townsend. That's where the weigh-in for the Olympic Peninsula Salmon Derby took place, and the results were interesting, to say the least, because there was a tie for the heaviest fish. But with the help of the Peninsula Daily News, we can help you sort it out. Here's what happened. Micah Hanley of Mount Vernon caught a 16.85-pound salmon on Saturday to take the lead. But on Sunday, Kyle Madison of Port Angeles caught a salmon that weighed exactly the same amount. So, what to do? Since both fish were tied in weight, the Derby rules state the first of the two fish caught is ahead of the standings. And that made a huge difference. How much? About $8,000. That's what. The first prize went to Hanley, $10,000. Second prize, $2,000, went to Madison. Wow. The three-day Derby had a whopping 857 paid anglers with a total of 233 fish caught and registered. The average weight, 8.15 pounds, which bodes well for that Seiku salmon fishery going on right now. Another derby to tell you about is happening as we speak. It's the Everett Blackmouth Derby. It's part of the Northwest Salmon Derby series, where everyone who enters, even if they don't catch a single fish, has a chance to win a very nice Hughes Craft boat completely outfitted for Puget Sound fishing at an end-of-year raffle. We'll give you the results of the Everett Blackmouth Derby next weekend. In other news, the Ocean Shores Razor Clam Festival is taking place this weekend with a chowder cook-off at the Convention Center in case you're hungry. And there's going to be razor clamming tonight at Ocean Shores and the other 3 Southwest Washington beaches. One more event that we should tell you about is the Monroe Sportsman Show that's coming up sooner than you think. It's going to be at the fairgrounds in Monroe from Friday, April 20th through Sunday, April 22nd. Find out further information about this show at monroesportsmanshow.com. One thing that's not hot this week is the loss of fishing and hunting news from the Everett Herald. Wayne Cruz, the longtime columnist covering these issues here, is 80 years old and has announced his retirement with his last article penned and published last Sunday. A lot of folks over the years have asked if Wayne and I are related. We're not, but I take it as a compliment. He's a great writer, and his reports will be missed. And now, you know what's hot and what's not right here in the Pacific Northwest. But wait, there's more. You'll want to be listening at the bottom of the hour as we talk to a special guest about Ladies' Night taking place April 5th at a Sportsman's Warehouse store near you. That's right, it's taking place at all of them, and if you're a lady, you will want to be there. You'll also want to stick around for the end of our broadcast as well. Before we sign off, we'll be checking in with Tom Burlingame, the owner of XL Fishing Charters, who's fishing for salmon off of CQ this weekend.
And with that, let's head to this week's national edition of America Outdoors Radio.
NorthwestFishingReports.com is the Northwest's largest fishing reports website, featuring well over 50,000 fishing reports, videos, articles, and more. All 100% free. Catch more fish with Northwest Fishing Reports. Log on today.
Natural wonders, beaches, and coves, majestic forests, and scenic vistas are waiting for you at the Tillamook Coast. Lace up your hiking boots, grab your camera, and come to Northwest Oregon. Find out more at TillamookCoast.com.
It doesn't matter what sort of adventure you're after, whether it's big game deep in the backcountry, a day of fishing out on the water, or an overnight in the great outdoors. At Sportsman's Warehouse, we've got the gear in here for what you need out there. Gear up for your next adventure at one of the Sportsman's Warehouse stores or shop online. Sportsman's Warehouse, America's premier outfitter.
Marine Area 5 near Seiku is open for a special Chinook salmon fishery, and Excel Fishing Charters is ready to take you out for a great day on the water. One of the great things about this fishery is the fact that you get to take home not one, but 2 blackmouth a day, and Captain Tom Burlingame has the knowledge and experience to help you get that done. Need a place to stay? Excel Fishing Charters can help you with that too, because they also operate the inn at Neah Bay. Find out more about fishing with Excel Fishing Charters at excelfishingcharters.com. That's EXCEL fishingcharters.com. Book your trip now.
Ty Stubblefield here from Backcountry Hunters and Anglers, reminding you of our 7th annual North American Rendezvous, April 12th through the 14th in Boise, Idaho. Join us and special guests Randy Newberg, Ryan Callahan, Remy Warren, and Stephen Ranella for an event-filled weekend featuring backcountry seminars, our beers, bands, and public lands brew fest, and the world-famous storytelling night. All going on at the Boise Center, April 12th through the 14th. Get your tickets at backcountryhunters.org.
Tillamook Bay is considered the greatest fishing experience on the west coast for fall Chinook salmon and winter steelhead, and Dungeness crab is plentiful. 5 major rivers connect with the ocean on the Tillamook coast. It's not unusual to snag a 40 to 50 pounder. Go out in a boat or stand on a riverbank or dock. Try fishing from a dory boat and experience the thrill of a beach launch and landing. Use spinners, sand shrimp, or salmon eggs to lure them. The fish will line up to grab your bait. Go to tillamookcoast.com/fishing to find guides and places to stay.
It's time for another local shot of the outdoors. It's the Pacific Northwest edition of America Outdoors Radio, and you'll only hear it here on Fox Sports 1380 KRKO.
We've got something very fun to tell you about, and it's taking place at your Everett Sportsman's Warehouse store on April 5th. It's Ladies' Night, and it kicks off at 5:30 p.m., goes till 8 p.m. With us here to tell you more about Ladies' Night on April 5th is Veronica Dalton. Veronica, welcome to the show.
Hello.
So, Veronica, I know you've got all sorts of things planned just for the ladies at Sportsman's Warehouse in Everett. Why don't you tell our listeners exactly what's going to happen?
So it's going to be about 2.5 hours of fun games, and there's going to be tables and vendors locally from Everett and kind of around this area. And then we'll have a bunch of games, and we'll do raffles and giveaways. When you come in, you might be getting some corpse swag bags.
Now, I know you're still gathering up some of those things to give away, but can you give a sneak peek at something that one lucky lady might be winning?
So the booths that we have will be giving away something. So we have Mountain House that's going to be there. That's one of our vendors. We'll be doing samples of that, and we might be giving away some of those. We also have Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, and I know they have a special giveaway. I'm not totally sure on what it is. Hopefully we'll be auctioning off a camp stove, little Dutch oven. I know we've done that in the past. And we'll have some snacks and goodies for you guys to snack on. We're still gathering a little bit more of our prizes, but we'll have that very shortly.
And I know your manager, Morgan Wagner.
Yes.
He always puts something nice out there. So, ladies, again, there's going to be vendors, there's going to be discounts, there's going to be raffles, there's going to be prizes, and it's all for you. Men, stay away. You're not welcome at this part of the store during Ladies' Night. Again, it's April 5th. It's 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the Everett Sportsman's Warehouse, but it's happening at every Sportsman's Warehouse in the continental United States on April 5th. Most stores are kicking off between the 5 and 6 p.m. hour, so wherever you live in the Puget Sound region, head to Sportsman's Warehouse on April 5th for Ladies' Night. Veronica, thanks for telling us about this on America Outdoors Radio.
You're very welcome.
There's a whole bunch more of the great outdoors coming your way on Fox Sports 1380.
It doesn't matter what sort of adventure you're after, whether it's big game deep in the backcountry, a day of fishing out on the water, or an overnight in the great outdoors. At Sportsman's Warehouse, we've got the gear in here for what you need out there. Gear up for your next adventure at one of the Sportsman's Warehouse stores or shop online. Sportsman's Warehouse, America's premier outfitter.
Let's get back to the local outdoors scene. It's the Pacific Northwest edition of America Outdoors Radio, heard exclusively here on Fox Sports 1380 KRKO.
I'm glad you're back. This is normally the time we check in with Tom Burlingame with XL Fishing Charters about fishing near Neah Bay and Seiku, but Tom is out fishing today for those salmon in Marine Area 5 because that fishery opened up this weekend. But he's taking a minute to tell us a little bit about the boat he's fishing out of. Tom, thanks for taking the time.
You bet, John.
So, you've got a nice boat. I mean, a really nice boat, very comfortable to fish out of. Tell our listeners more about it.
I fish out of a Uniflight Salty Dog, which is a big 28-foot boat. It's 10.5 feet wide. It's kind of an old classic. It's 76, but everything in it is new. The electronics are new. The engines are new. Everything in it's new. But the hull itself is a 76 Uniflight.
Well, the weather out there in the Strait can get a little nasty at times, and I thought it was important for people to know this is not a canvas-enclosed cabin. This is actually pretty comfortable if you need to retreat from the weather for a while, isn't it?
You bet, John. We have a heated cabin down below where a person can get out of the weather, a enclosed head, so those issues are handled well on our boat, and really a comfortable and warm boat in the winter. We can drop our back curtains and keep the heat in there, and when we see a pull going off, we'll just run to the back deck and get them.
There you go, folks. A comfortable way to get your limit of 2 hatchery blackmouth at a Marine Area 5. That's the Seiku salmon fishery going on right now. If you want to book a trip and get on this boat, the website to go to is xlfishingcharters.com. That's EXCEL fishingcharters.com. Thanks, Tom. I'll let you get back to fishing.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
That wraps up this week's Pacific Northwest edition, but don't worry, we'll be back next Saturday morning from 8 to 9 a.m. right here on Fox Sports KRKO.
Marine Area 5 near Seiku is open for a special Chinook salmon fishery, and XL Fishing Charters is ready to take you out for a great day on the water. One of the great things about this fishery is the fact that you get to take home not 1, but 2 blackmouth a day, and Captain Tom Burlingame has the knowledge and experience to help you get that done. Need a place to stay? XL Fishing Charters can help you with that too, because they also operate the inn at Neah Bay. Find out more about fishing with XL Fishing Charters at xlfishingcharters.com. That's EXCEL fishingcharters.com. Book your trip now.